What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tony the Savant back with another one. Hope everybody's having a good to great day. Let me get to the intro, man. Shout out to my cousin Hawk, that's the ambassador. Shout out to my boy Jeezy, that's the manager. Shout out to y'all, man, for pulling up to this video. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Let's get right into this, man. I was very excited that I got to see this game. Very excited to see how this game went down. The divisional matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. It was epic. If you haven't seen it, man, try to find it on YouTube or at least, in the archive somewhere. You got to see this game. Definitely one for the ages. And also a great way to end off week one of a great opening week of NFL football. Again, it was the Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. The New York Jets won the game 22-16, and it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, though, it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Quoting one of the guys, I forget who said it after the game. I think it was Sauce Gardner, but about how they lost Aaron Rodgers 4 plays into the season. Man, it was heartbreaking to see it. If y'all don't know, I'm a Packers guy, and I cheer for Aaron Rodgers all the years that he was with my team. And when he went on to New York, I wasn't one of the Packers fans that was bitter and was upset with him. It was actually kind of long overdue, the Packers and Aaron Rodgers parting ways. But I was kind of cheering for him out there in New York. So, my heart breaks for him. And also for the New York Jets, that I think the reports have come out now that he's going to be out for the season. And so just heartbreaking, man, especially with all the expectation and anticipation for that team acquiring Aaron Rodgers this offseason, along with Dalvin Cook being 2 of their bigger pickups. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Achilles tendon, I think it was. So I'll be keeping everybody updated on that. I'm going to do a video just on that specifically once I dive into the reports a little bit more. But for now, we're talking about the game. And like I said, this was one for the ages. Divisional matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Let's just run down the highlights, the stat lines for the game. Josh Allen went 29 of 41, 236 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 INTs. James Cook was a bit of a spark for the offense. He had 12 rushes for 46 yards. Josh Allen also had a couple rushes, six in fact, with 36 yards. Stephon Diggs had 10 receptions, 102 yards, 1 touchdown, and was pretty much the one bright spot for the Buffalo Bills offense. Specifically, the defense was pretty, stout. Speaking of which, Matt Milano had 1 interception, and Oliver had half a sack. Jordan Phillips had a sack, and Leonard Floyd had a sack and a half, one of which put Aaron Rodgers out for the season. For the final, I didn't get their kicker. Did I get the kicker? Greg Zerlin. I didn't get his numbers, guys. I apologize. But the fantasy football numbers for the New York Jets defense: 22 points allowed, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 7 fantasy football points. They were projected to get 6. Like I said, 2 of the bright spots for the Buffalo Bills was the defense and their I'm losing my way. Their defense and Stephon Diggs. Stephon was just catching everything, getting his YACs after that last night, and the defense was bending or not breaking, doing enough, I should say, to contain the Jets, albeit they did lose their leader, Aaron Rodgers. I thought that Zach Wilson came in and provided the team with a good game manager. He did have a couple blunders there, 1 big interception. But outside of that, the defense for the Buffalo Bills was very good last night, or Monday night. And outside of that, man, I just want to say that Josh Allen, he's hearing as far as what I've been hearing in the YouTube streets and in the football communities. People are saying that Josh Allen is overrated. Kind of letting them have it right now online. But to that, I say that the same thing I said in my Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions video. It's week 1, guys. Just let them knock off the rust. We do expect Josh Allen to be one of the MVP candidates. That's what he's been these past few seasons. But it's week 1. These guys are knocking out the rust. I'm pretty sure they're trying out plays that probably won't be in the playbook in 2 or 3 months. So I'm not going to put too much investment in that. Josh Allen, being overrated and nothing like that. I'm not putting too much stock in that. But he definitely looked bad out there in this game. Just to make a mention of it. If y'all haven't already, guys, excuse me, I don't mean to. Just a little commercial. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. It definitely helps the channel grow. I love and appreciate y'all, and y'all the bosses and together a lot of work. So let me keep working. For the New York Jets, Zach Wilson, like I said, he came in after Aaron Rodgers went down with his injury. Zach Wilson was not great, but not bad. He went 14 of 21, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It's pretty much a good game manager for the Jets. Breece Hall, my fantasy football. Make sure I don't say Final Fantasy. My fantasy football dark horse pick. A lot of guys kind of in my. I'm not gonna knock the dudes in my fantasy football. I'm just a lot of dudes that I told about my Breece Hall pick. They thought it was a little crazy, especially with him coming off that severe injury. But Breece Hall, first day back in the office, excuse me. He went crazy. 10 rushes for 127 yards. He had 1 big, huge run. I don't know for how long, excuse me, y'all. But Breece Hall is back, and he definitely looked great this game. Dalvin Cook, the other big acquisition outside of Aaron Rodgers. He went 13 rushes for 33 yards. Solid. Not a great outing, but good. Garrett Wilson, 5 receptions, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. His numbers do not really speak to how good he was. Just watching him play, Garrett Wilson is a special talent. I'm definitely going to be buying into the Garrett Wilson stock as far as him being one of the top receivers pretty soon. I think that catch he made, his touchdown catch, I think that catch is the catch of the year, and it's only week 1. We got 16 more weeks of football, not counting the postseason, y'all. That catch looked like the catch of the year. Like I say, this game was just full of epic moments, and that catch was one of the greatest moments I've seen in the game. The defense for the New York Jets, another one of my dark horse fantasy football pickups. I've been very high on the New York Jets defense. If y'all haven't seen my video, the New York Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. Please go check that out. I kind of deep dive into why I'm so high on the New York Jets defense as a Packers fan. But Jordan Whitehead, he was the player of the night for the defense. 3 interceptions, 3 big interceptions, may I say. Just changed the momentum of the game every time you got a pick. It looked like the Buffalo Bills had a little something going. And that guy came up with a big pick. DJ Reed was productive with 10 tackles. Jermaine Johnson had 1 sack. Quentin Jefferson, 2 sacks. John Franklin Myers, 1 sack. Al Woods, 1 sack. Greg Zuerlein. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Tyler Bass is the guy. Tyler Bass is the kicker for the Buffalo Bills. I did not get his numbers, and he's my fantasy football kicker. I had a lot of fantasy football guys playing this evening. But for the New York Jets, their kicker, Greg Zuerlein, was 3 for 3 on field goals. 43 was his longest, 10 fantasy football points. He was balling. For the defense of the New York Jets, my deep fantasy football defense, for week 1, 16 points allowed, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble return, 5 sacks, 1 touchdown, 20 fantasy football points, and they were only projected to do 4.8, guys. I just give them 5. They were only projected to do 5. Ended the evening with 20. New York Jets defense put on a master class. I'm gonna do a fantasy football video a little later, but just to give y'all a little behind the curtains, I was down 11 points for fantasy, and I was just hoping the Jets was able to maintain, the 10 points that they got. I'm Tyler Bass. I knew he may get a kick or two. Who else? Breece Hall. Breece Hall was on the bench for me. I did not play Breece Hall. I was kind of just waiting to see how he looked after this injury. Now, definitely Breece Hall is going to be in the starting lineup next week. But nonetheless, my fantasy football, the New York Jets, I was down 11. I ended up beating this dude by 22. And it was all thanks to the New York Jets defense. They was balling. Tyler Bass did his thing as well. I think he ended the night with 8 points. 8 points, I think it was. So he did his thing as well. But the New York Jets defense is like a master class. That defense looks Super Bowl ready. How the Dallas Cowboys defense was looking. I think I say that they were the only defense this week that I seen that just was clicking on all cylinders a little bit more than the New York Jets defense was. But this was a great epic game, a divisional game. Great way to end week 1 and also still open week 1. Like I said, the New York Jets, man, they did their thing. Also, shout out to Xavier Gibson. Ended the game with a 65-yard punt return bomb for a touchdown. That was impressive. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice a little bit. That kid is impressive. He also, fun fact about him, he goes to a school not very far from the little town I live in called Stephen F. Austin. So good to see some of the local talent doing big things in the NFL. There are so many dudes from Texas or just around this little area that I live in that's in the NFL. You would not believe it, guys. It's crazy. I've been really, every time I look up, it's another dude that went to a high school or a college around the town I live in playing in the NFL or even in the NBA. It's very impressive, I should say. But nonetheless, that's all I got for it. That's all I got for y'all. What did y'all think about the game? I was thoroughly entertained. Great way to end week 1, like I said. I'm going to do some looking deep dive into see who these teams play next week. I'm not positively sure right now, but anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on this channel, all that good stuff. Y'all the bosses. I'm just the guy that love to work. Let me get back to work.